Citrus fragrances are considered synonymous with the summertime. I don't know about you, but I don't want to have citrus fragrances in my rotation that smell like window cleaner. I don't like a lot of redundancy in my collection. I like fragrances to have a bit of a unique twist to them, and that's what I'm curating for you in this video. And that's why I've curated a list of 5 really interesting citrus fragrances for you to try out. These are perfumes that range anywhere from $60 to niche pricing. These are amazing scents. I consider them to be wearable but unique, and I'm excited to share them with you. If this is your first time watching this channel, hello, my name is Anya. I love fragrances. I talk about them here every single weekday, Monday through Friday. I also publish additional content on TikTok and Instagram under the username ANECHKAFRAGRANCES. And if you're interested in fragrance history, I run a podcast called The Fragrance Report. A new episode of this podcast is published every single Wednesday on Spotify and here on YouTube. And if you're interested in saving a little bit of money when it comes to your fragrances, if you want a better way to track what's in your collection, keep track of your fragrance decants, samples, full bottles, then I highly recommend you download my fragrance collection log and expense tracker. It's available in my stand store down below. It's a really effective way to just track not only what you're spending, but also the different notes and brands in your collection. So definitely check it out if that sounds intriguing to you. So with that being said, I have 5 fragrances in this video. And like I said, there's going to be a range. So I'm going to go from most expensive to most affordable. And let me tell you, there is going to be a variety of fragrances in this video. I have such a broad spectrum of perfumes. So no matter what your preferences might be, whether you like something that's a little bit more gourmand, a little bit more out of the box, a little bit more basic citrusy, there's going to be something in this video for you. So let's get started. The very first fragrance is by J.U.S and it's called Spritz Love. This is going to be one of the more unique and intriguing fragrances in this video. It's a citrus perfume with a bitter orange, and as you might be able to discern by the name of this fragrance, this is actually a scent that is partially inspired by a spritz, an Aperol spritz, a spritz cocktail, and this particular fragrance very much reflects that kind of like sour, slightly bitter scent that you get when you kind of smell a cocktail of that nature. So this is a very intriguing citrus fragrance, and it's interesting because this kind of perfume could be worn either in the really hot summer weather, or it could also be worn throughout the year as well. This is a very versatile fragrance that's a citrus opening with a woody base. This perfume has notes of bitter orange and petitgrain at the top, a mid of vetiver and saffron, and then it has a base of amberwood and oud. And this perfume, full price, will run you around $235. And then they also have a travel size available for $90 as well. So this is going to be a little bit more of a premium price point. I do have a discount code available with J.U.S, and this was kindly gifted to me by the brand. But they also do have a discovery set, which I recommend trying as well. But this perfume is the kind of fragrance that you would get if you want something that just really focuses on that bitter orange. Like, this is a celebration of the bitter orange note. There's something kind of like citrusy and aromatic with this. So if you like, for example, a citrusy tea on a regular basis, then this might be the fragrance for you because it has these kind of like citrusy nuances, but there's still some depth to it. It's definitely not going to be like your light and bright citrus. It's a bitter orange citrus fragrance with some depth. It's quite nuanced and it's quite special. I really, really like this one. So again, this is J.U.S Spritz Love. This next fragrance is definitely going to be a terrific option if you just want something simple. If you want a simple, lemony citrus fragrance that you can layer with other perfumes, this is fantastic. This is 7 by Sora Dora. Now, the reason why I like this fragrance so much is that this is really beautiful layered with other perfumes because it is just so straightforward. It's a straightforward, zesty, juicy, lemony fragrance. It almost smells like a glass of lemonade, maybe with a lemon wedge on the side, but it literally smells like a sugary lemon. It's very realistic, but then again, it doesn't smell like too screechy. It's just like a realistic lemon scent that's also very sweet and sugary. Full price, this will run you around $220. So again, we're still at the premium side of things, but like I said throughout this video, we're going to go lower and lower in terms of price point. I would say if you're looking for something that's a little bit more splurge worthy, if you want something that's just a beautiful, realistic lemonade kind of fragrance, this is really good. I do also have a discount code available with Sora Dora as well. It's Anya 10. You can use it on this fragrance, but I also recommend that you just get their Discovery set, which is a fantastic way to try a lot of their fragrances. And it's interesting because looking at the scent pyramid on Fragrantica, this fragrance is actually not classified as a citrus. It's classified as a woody, kind of musky amber scent, and I don't know if I agree with that. I do think it's just a very lemony citrus fragrance. So we have top notes of yellow mandarin and bergamot, a mid of thyme, myrrh, nutmeg, and balsam, and then a base of cashmere, white musk, ambrox and cypriol patchouli, oud, gaiac wood, sandalwood, and vanilla. I literally just get lemonade with lemon. And that's it. Like, that's sugary lemonade. That's what I get with this. I know it's probably not reflected in the notes that are listed. That's what I get with this fragrance. This is going to be a little bit more of a premium purchase. It's around $220 full price, but I do have a discount code also available with Sora Dora as well. It's Anya 10 in all caps. You can use it on this fragrance or on their Discovery set too. This next fragrance is a beautiful perfume for those of you who love vintage style fragrances, or for those of you who just love kind of like grassy florals. This is a stunning play on citruses by the brand Chabaud. It's called Orangerie Musicale, and this has top notes of neroli, orange, bergamot, and star anise, a mid of French orange flower and Egyptian jasmine, and then a base of sugar, benzoin, almond, vanilla, and musk. This is just, like I said, grassy white florals. Here the neroli is very apparent, and you have a beautiful background of citruses, namely orange. Orange is definitely center stage, but there is like another kind of citrus, I would presume the bergamot here as well. This is for those of you who want a citrus fragrance, but you are also someone who loves classic floral perfumes. So again, this is Orangerie Musicale by Chabaud. It's a stunning fragrance. This is definitely for those of you though who want kind of a citrus fragrance with some depth. You maybe want a citrus fragrance with some teeth, which may or may not be the right analogy, but if you just want a deeper citrus fragrance, this is going to be it. I would wear this for summer nighttime events or throughout the rest of the year. This is a citrus fragrance with more depth to it. This fragrance is $180 full price, but they also have a sample kit, which pretty much looks like this on their website, but this sample kit apparently has 20 samples and it's priced at $54. I think that's a really good deal, and if you also want to save some money, I have a discount code with this brand as well. Again, it's Anya 10. It's affiliated, but basically, yeah, this is a great way to try not only this fragrance, but a bunch of their other perfumes in my opinion. So if you're looking for just a fragrance that really spotlights the note of orange, but you want a fragrance with some beautiful white florals as well, this is a really good one to try out. I just realized that I am going to be sharing a fragrance that's honestly like $20 to $30. So I actually thought that this was going to be the most affordable. There is more affordability coming up shortly. But this is from Snif. This is called Vow Factor. I've had this for such a long time. This was the very first fragrance I ever got from Snif, and I remember when I got this fragrance, I was not someone who loved green perfumes. But what's interesting about this fragrance, and by the way, this is Vow Factor from Snif. What's interesting about Vow Factor is that it plays with so many different fragrance families, right? You have tea in here, you have a green note, you have some citruses, you have a rose. It's really quite beautiful, and I also think that there is a bit of neroli in here as well. This was created in collaboration with Professor Perfume, also known as Amelia on social media, and I have met her several times in person. She is one of the loveliest people I've ever come across. She is so down to earth, so passionate about what she does, and I'm so happy with this release that she has with Snif. I also have her other launch which is called Honey Sweet. I have to say my favorite is definitely Vow Factor. It is stunning, it's beautiful. I love Honey Sweet too, but Vow Factor will always be in my heart. This is the fragrance that made me fall in love with green smelling perfumes. So this fragrance has notes of fig, galbanum, and mandarin orange at the top, a mid of neroli, rose, and orris, and then a base of cedarwood, ambrette, and tonka bean. The interpretation that I get with this is that it's a kind of like a tea-like scent, which is what I mentioned earlier. I sniffed that a little bit too hard, but it's just a sweet fragrance with citrusy accents, but it's not too sweet. You still get that greenness, but this is just like your perfect beginner-friendly green perfume. It's easy, it's not difficult to love this fragrance, and I honestly really want to get the candle for this. I think there's a candle available. I'm pretty sure they have a candle available with this fragrance. Like, I just want to smell this all the time. It's absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful fragrance. It's really quite lovely. So, Vow Factor by Snif. This is always going to be a classic in my collection. It's a beautiful green fragrance with citrusy accents. Okay, so this next perfume is going to be for those of you who are on a bit of a budget, and if you want something that's just really, really good, that's easy, that's like $20 to $30, just get this. Get this. This is Banana Republic's Vintage Green. I bought this from Burlington, I think, ages ago, and it still remains one of my absolute favorite fragrances. This is stunningly beautiful. So it's a tea fragrance with a bit of fig leaf, I think. And it also has like this beautiful kind of like sharp citrusy greenness. It's stunning. It's refreshing. It's gorgeous. It's versatile. This smells like being in a very expensive hotel. This smells like the kind of like the room spray that you'd have in that kind of environment. It's just stunning. It's beautiful. There's a bit of soapiness to it, which I really love. It's amazing. So I will say online, this is priced at around $60, but I literally have found it at Burlington. I think I have seen it at TJ Maxx maybe once or twice for $20 to $30. So you can get this for a really affordable price if you look hard enough. But essentially, this has top notes of green notes, green leaves, bergamot, and mandarin orange, mid of green tea, fig, jasmine, and magnolia, and then a base of vetiver, musk, and cedar. I would say I get the greenness of it, I get the citrusiness, the tea, and the vetiver. It's a beautiful fragrance. If you love any of those notes and you just want something that's budget friendly, that's easy to wear, just get this. Look at my dent. Look at how much I love this. I spray this on constantly. It's such a refreshing hair perfume. It's easy, it's affordable, it's brilliant. So just get this. It's Banana Republic's Vintage Green. In general, Banana Republic has some amazing fragrances that are not talked about enough. And this is just one example. I have tried several of their perfumes. I own Dark Cherry and Amber, and I actually have a backup of it. I really do enjoy that one. But I would say this is also a really good one. They have a variety of really excellent fragrance options. They're all easy to wear. They're good. They don't smell like they cost. Like, they don't smell like cheap or anything like that. They just smell lovely. So definitely an underrated brand when it comes to fragrances, but certainly something to keep an eye out for. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to keep this at just 5 fragrances, but I remember this perfume and I couldn't not mention it, so this is gonna be a bit of a bonus. This is Lemon Tart by Theodoros Kalatinas. What's interesting about this fragrance is that, yes, it smells like a lemon tart, but it doesn't smell like just like lemon custard, which I think is the case with a lot of lemon dessert fragrances. They just end up smelling like straight up like lemon custard. And while that's not an unpleasant scent, when you have like so many brands coming out with fragrances that smell like that, it can get a little bit tiresome for me. That's my opinion. But I wanted something that was a little bit more unique. And that's why when Lemon Tart came out, I was really intrigued by this because it smells like the entirety of the lemon tart. Not just the lemon custard, but the zest, the whipped cream, the crust on the tart. It's quite beautiful. It's super realistic. You really do get the whole experience. And it's unique enough to still be intriguing to me. Theodoros Kalatinas does do gourmands in like a very full-bodied, realistic way. So what you visualize with each dessert is basically what you'll be getting with these fragrances. They're definitely for the gourmand lovers, a lot of them, and Lemon Tart is no exception. Full price, this is around $55. I've had my bottle for ages. I remember I bought this when it first came out. It's really, really good. So yeah, essentially this perfume has notes of lemon zest, vanilla, lemon, whipped cream, butter, sugar, and tartan, which is basically like the crust of the tart, I believe. But yeah, it's an absolutely excellent fragrance. Look at my dent. I've used this so many times and I've loved it for years. So yeah, those are the citrus fragrances that I consider to be really top-notch. These are fragrances that I recommend you guys try out. Do let me know, what did you think of these fragrances? Are you excited about any one of them? If you have any recommendations for citrus fragrances in the comments below, do let us know. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts, but as always, thank you so much for watching till the end, and I'll see you next time. Bye!